birthday, Dad. This is your birthday present. It is a tribute video from friends from the past and current friends. It started out as just a gift from myself, but really has morphed into a gift both from myself and from Mom. Mom has been really instrumental in making this happen, reaching out to your friends and family, getting all of the addresses and emails and phone numbers that I needed to reach out to everybody. So without her, this video would not exist. So sit back and enjoy. We have reached out to people from your Army days when you went and lived on Worthington. So people from there and from church, from Sherwin-Williams, when you went to MBA school at Baldwin Wallace, after you retired and moved to Seabrook Island. There's lots of friends from there, and your current move to Florida as well. And then it finishes up with family. So sit back and enjoy, and we love
Happy
you.
birthday, Fred, and many more. I don't remember what we celebrated over in the old country, but then we had some pretty good get-togethers. I have some pictures that I took over there. Here's one of you, squatting outside the barracks. That look familiar? You may have a copy of that. I don't know who this fellow is down here with you, but and D.B. Kurtz, no, that's you right there. Okay, there's one I bet you don't have. Captain Plitt, your boss man. And then you see me, I'm back there putting something in my ear to get after. And you're putting something to get after too, but I don't know what. So, Fred, I wish you a very, very happy birthday. And many more.
Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready? Is ready to go?
Action.
Bible, what number do you have?
What?
98.
I have
89. He's not 89.
No.
He's
wait.
98.
Oh, wait. No, he's
No, he's
not
not
that
98.
old.
89.
Oh, maybe he's 68.
No, he's too young.
Turn your 6 over.
There you
Yeah,
go.
68.
No,
No.
86.
That's it.
86. Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Hello, Fred Ristow. Happy birthday, man. 86 years old. That is amazing. Hi, it's Bill Antonese calling from sunny Lakewood, Ohio, where the temperature is about 50 degrees and going down to 32 tonight, unfortunately. Hey, that's a great achievement that you're 86 years old. You know, with all the wine you drank and all the horsing around you did when you worked with me at Sherwin-Williams, I never thought you'd get to 86. But you've done it, and you've done it well. So congratulations. I want to thank you for your leadership. I want to thank you for your mentorship. When I worked for you, when you worked beside me, we were a great tandem. We won a few battles, and we lost a few battles. But in the end, all those people around us, both above, sideways, and below, all benefited from your leadership, your visionary, and your motivation, including me. And I'm still going at it. You know, I'm still working full time. I'm an executive consultant for Gartner, teaching young executives in supply chain how to do what you did and what I did while we were at Sherwin-Williams and beyond. So once again, outstanding achievement. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're out playing a little golf, walking around, enjoying that beautiful sunshine that you have. It's been a long time since I've seen you, and I plan to retire probably in 3 years and plan to move to Florida also. So good luck. Have a great day. Drink a wine with me, maybe 2. Bye, Fred. I miss you, mate.
Happy birthday, Fred. I'm calling from very cold Illinois to wish you a happy birthday and tell you how much I enjoyed our time together. Thinking about it, we met in 1975 when you came and visited the Chicago plant and later made me an offer to move to Cleveland and hired Frank D'Onofrio to help me, who really was a spy for you, and I was a spy for Bill DeYoung. But those are just happy, enjoyable times. Times together, we did things, we got things done. I know you lost a lot of money on the pigs and the cows and the chickens, and I wish I had the money to reimburse you. And yes, a pig only has 6 ribs, even a 350-pound pig. Again, happy birthday, Fred.
Hi, Fred. It's Dave and April Haycom. We wanted to wish you a happy 86th birthday. It's quite an event. We hope you have a great day today.
Hi, Fred. They wanted us to say something about what we remember about you. Every time I hear the 1812 overture, I remember how you almost broke my eardrums. Have a good day, and hopefully we'll get to see you soon.
Yeah, Fred, what I remember is our trips, business trips, where we kind of would give a hard time to the people from the East in New York City, and especially our vacation to Canada when we were on a fishing trip and a storm came in and you were very, very stubborn, as you usually are, and you refused to go in until we caught fish. And then I think we got stranded and it took 2 hours for us to get home. But what I really appreciate from you is all the great things you did for me at Sherwin-Williams and the things you contributed to my success. We wish you and Kay a great day today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm sure it's recording. Fred, I'm not sure you're going to see this, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Two things. Favorite memory. A lot of memories, Freddie. A lot of memories, but lessons learned. 2. First lesson was always fill the wine glass to the top. Second lesson, and most importantly, is integrity. And Fred, you live integrity both in your personal life and you always did in business. We wish you the happiest birthday, and we hope to see you soon.
Happy birthday,
Freddie.
Hey Fred, Mike Marinis here. Congratulations on your 86th birthday. I was happy to get that note from Tracy, and I'll be glad to try to add a little bit of information, a little bit of commentary to the video that she's putting together. You and I worked together almost 15 years, although I was quite a bit younger than you. I was about 20 years younger than you, and you were pretty established when I got there. But since I worked in HR, you and I ended up working together a lot. I don't know what that means. One of the first stories I remember about you that really says something about your personality is you'd gone to a meeting with Stores Division. I'm not sure exactly what the topic was, but the talk when you came back was that Dave Fawini was going to whoop you with his cane. I think he actually had it up in the air at one point in time. And that was all right with all of us. You were representing our interests, so you were on our team, and we were behind you 100%. You're always a lively guy. You like that best defense is a good offense philosophy. The old annual argument about who has to pee. I think that started with you. If it didn't start with you, you were the master of implementing it at the least, and it kept everybody off balance. It was good for us, so we appreciated that. You were just a lot of fun to work with. From the crazy things like, this is so silly, but I remember the time you rolled out of the back of a minivan because Frank had passed gas back there and made you ill. We talked about that for quite a while. To the kind of guy that could get all these senior managers around a table holding hands talking about how we need to practice more love in big business. You just were a larger than life personality, and you made it a lot of fun. Sherwin-Williams has never been the same without you. So Fred, if you still do this, raise a glass of wine and celebrate your birthday. I'll do the same in your memory, although that'll probably put me right to sleep these days. But I'll be thinking about you, and I hope you have a really good birthday. Bye-bye.
The Campbell family is here to say happy birthday, happy 86th birthday to Fred, someone near and dear to my heart. So here's the Campbell family. All right, who's first?
I'm first. Happy birthday, Fred. My childhood family vacations would have never been the same without you. My favorite memory is you temporarily falling asleep while driving. Classic.
Next.
Hey, Uncle Freddie. Again, vacations were wonderful with you. I actually have two great memories. One was when we went on our long trip, 3-week trip to the West. I ate a cheeseburger for every meal, and you got mad at me every single time. But that was so great. My other memory is when I came to visit you and Kay down in South Carolina, and Kay and I were just chatting in the living room, family room, whatever, and you walked through butt naked, and it was a little bit of a surprise to me. So happy birthday. Love you so much.
You're up, Dad.
I don't know how I can top any of those except my favorite, by the way, Fred, happy birthday. Happy 86th. My favorite memory is getting lost on the interstate and you and I trying to connect with each other on the CB radio.
CB radio!
And we finally did, and we had a great reunion when we finally caught up with each other. Happy birthday, Fred.
And I'm just wishing you a happy birthday, Fred. Love you dearly and wish we could be there to help you celebrate. Then we could really get into the moments of our past, the stories. Yes, so we're going to sing to you quickly.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we got to go now, Fred, so don't let the door hit you in the rump.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
From Elmer and Judy,
Debbie, Amy, Molly,
Todd, Eric,
Louisa, Caroline, Susie, and Sally, Laura, Sarah, Alex,
Dan, Katie, David, Leah, Kylie, and Ella.
Happy birthday!
Hi, Fred. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday from June and I. Just wanted to go over a couple of little funny things that's happened in our past. First of all, remember all the good times we had together. We used to go to Myrtle Beach fairly often, and one time we were leaving and I was following Fred. We had just left their house in Strongsville, and we were down the street, hadn't even got on the turnpike yet, and all of a sudden their car pulled over and Fred and Kay switched places. So we called him and said, "What's happened? What's the problem?" Well, Fred got too tired to drive anymore. Of course, we had a 12-hour drive, and we were only into it 5 minutes. We had some really good times down in Myrtle Beach, and went to a lot of nice places to eat, swimming, and other friends that used to come and go with us. So we used to do a lot of things down there. Also, we used to play golf in Seabrook and had a lot of fun times with all the things that we did in Seabrook, going different places. One day we were going out to eat, and we were downtown Charleston. We're looking for a place, and it was raining, and we had umbrellas, and we were ahead of Fred and Kay, and all of a sudden Fred says, "Hey buddy, do you know where this restaurant is?" And then all of a sudden Kay burst out laughing. Here he was talking to a statue right next to us by the sidewalk. And, we laughed probably the rest of the evening and several times after that about that. Another time, one of the other good ones we remember is we were leaving Chicago, and I had a van, and it was a gray van, and we had this tarp on top, was blue, and we had great tape wrapped around it to keep all the suitcases and stuff in it. And we were on the turnpike and just had left, it was still in the Chicago area. Fred had said, "You got to pull over, I got to go to the bathroom." So we stopped at the rest stop, dropped him off. He walked in, we went over and parked. We were sitting there talking, and all of a sudden my son, who had gone with us, says, "Oh, here he comes." And he says, "Where's he going? Where's he going?" All of a sudden we went over to another van, which was a full-size van, different color and everything. Opened the door, got in, started to put the seatbelt on, looked at the guy sitting there and says, "Oh," he got back out and came over and found our van. Oh, we just laughed and roared. And we asked him, "Well, what did the guy say?" He says, "I think you're in the wrong van." So, but most important was the friendship that we had for all these years. Just sorry that we moved. We're so far apart and can't see each other the way we'd like to. We have obligations here, and just stops us from going like we'd like to. Anyways, just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. Love you guys, and you take care. June and I love you. See you. Bye.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Freddie. Happy birthday to you. I know you can't see me just yet. I'm going to give you some clues to guess who is wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So, here's 10 clues known about you, Freddie. Good luck. 1. Playing golf is a big highlight for you. 2. Barbecuing ribs is your specialty. 3. You are loved by everyone. 4. Playing ping pong against you was fun. 5. Friends were introduced to one of your favorite Charleston delights, apricot glazed flounder. 6. You don't like when beginning golfers put a tee on the fairway before hitting the ball. 7. Yummy grasshoppers is one of your favorite drinks with friends. 8. Father Fred was the official friendly greeter at St. John's. 9. Bowling was not so great when getting a trophy for last place. 10. You enjoyed showing special fondness and affection with a very special man. Who am I? Have you guessed yet? How many clues did it take for you to guess that it's me? Judy! Happy birthday, Fred. Hope this wasn't too dorky of a wish for you. I miss both you and Kay, and I love you both. Have the happiest of birthdays. Here's a big hug and a kiss for you. Mwah! Love you.
Greetings, Fred, from one old fart to another. I'm wishing you a happy 86th birthday.
from my kitchen. I hope that this works here for you. When I was thinking of this video, I was thinking of the many good times that we've had, especially down in Charleston, such as when we were playing euchre against the women, and many times you would be trumping my ace. And then the second memory I had is when we'd go out for breakfast after Sunday services at different restaurants. And then, of course, how many times did we golf together? And that was so enjoyable, especially watching you hack your iron shots around the green. But anyways, there's so many good memories that there's too numerous to mention in this time allotted. And you're a good man, Fred, and I wish you the best. Go for number 87. Happy birthday, and God bless.
Hi, Fred. Happy birthday, bud. 86 years, huh? Well, would you rather have a truckload of your favorite ice cream or be greeted 86 times? Anyway, okay, everybody, please greet him one at a time. Happy birthday, Fred, 86 times. Well, remember our case studies? You made them fun, and you created an atmosphere of camaraderie. And one lesson I learned is that although we have not communicated as often as we should have had all these years, you still remain as one of my cherished friends. So allow me to give you one food for thought and one unsolicited advice. The food for thought is, remember that if Kay or you are waiting for each other, the one who is late is always almost more jovial than the one waiting. And the other one is, don't follow your bro's advice. Do you know why he wants you to keep your head down when you're teeing off? Well, it is because he doesn't want you to see him laughing. So tee off and look at him and enjoy. Happy birthday, bud. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Freddie. You know what Bob Hope says? Thank you for the memories.
Happy birthday, Fred. It's so nice to be able to share your birthday with you. We've had a lot of really good memories. We go back a long way. It was always great to have you as a neighbor and to share things with you. And I wish you many, many more.
Yes, during the old days, we wore a path between our houses. I think what I remember most is you trying to preach to me, keeping me on the straight and narrow. Always had some good heavenly advice. Didn't work, but you had the advice. So I'll put a good word in for you to the Pope.
Right. And you and Kay have been very good friends. We hope to see a lot more of you. Enjoy your special day. I send my love to both of you. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.
Yes, many memories over the years. Too many to recount in the short period of time that we have. But you seem to be making birthdays an annual event, so you keep on going. Love you. Love to Kay, the whole family. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Fred. We wish you a happy birthday and many, many more. We're sorry we cannot be with you. We really miss you. I still remember the Halloween parties.
Hi, Fred. Wishing you a happy 86th. Can't believe you're that old already. But in any event, 86 more. Hopefully we'll get down to Florida to see you sometime this year, and maybe the four of us can go out for a round of golf. Until then, be well, take care.
Happy birthday.
Crawford women. Here's a Keener and a Brenzer, and this is Bruce. This puppy was born on Don's birthday, and so Donna had to have him. But we're wishing you a happy, happy birthday. 86 years, oh my word. It's been great, hasn't it, some of the time? I think I remember most, what Don and I would remember most of it was your friendliness. I can remember when we were first at Seabrook, he came running into the house because you had invited him to go out for lunch with a whole lot of men, and he was so excited about that. So I thank you for that. We're doing all right. We hope you are too. An important lesson you have learned from Fred Ristow, to play euchre.
And ping pong. Ping pong.
Oh, yep. There. And also, I remember the time that you and Don beat Kay and I 17 times. That really wasn't too good for our ego, but it was great for yours. So many happy returns. We love you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
birthday, Fred!
That's it.
Happy birthday, Fred. I'm so sorry I can't be there to help you celebrate. I know you're going to have a great time. We have had a lot of great times together. I still remember your first visit to the mountains. I had never run into anyone before in my life who got so lost. I could not believe when you said, "Do you live at the end of this gravel road?" We finally did get together. We had a great time. I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope we get together soon. Bye. Love you both. Bye.
This video is better than the first one that I took. Anyway, thinking of you, lots of good memories, all our fun times at Seabrook, and especially playing golf with you and Kay. Remember that one time it was freezing cold? Another time you're driving around all around, you was hanging on for dear life. Many happy returns. Best always to you. Miss you guys a lot. Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Freddie. 86 years. Wow. You ready to go play some golf?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Freddie. Happy birthday to you. And we're going to Fat Jack's for a beer and some burgers, Freddie.
Go.
Hi, Fred. Fred and I want to wish you a very happy 86th birthday. We wish we were there with you and Kay to celebrate. Now, reminiscing about Seabrook Island and all the fun we had, our Sunday golf group, we certainly did enjoy ourselves. And one of the questions on the email was, what lesson have we learned from you? Well, I can remember a very important lesson I learned from you. Whenever I go to a hotel or a motel, I make sure I bring my slippers, because I don't want to step on the carpet in my bare feet or stocking feet. God knows what germs are on the floor there. Thanks for your lesson. Thanks for your friendship. Hope you have a great year. Our love to you and Kay.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it.
I guess.
Hi, Fred. We both wish you a happy 86th birthday. We have many fond memories of our friendship at Seabrook, your devotion and dedication to your church, Sundays in the golf group, your love for Seabrook, reading on the bench in Charleston, the free vacation at Hilton Head, and you and Kay stuck with the timeshare promo. Jim taking minutes and you amending them with a fine-tooth comb again and again and again. Your admiration for Kay's culinary talents, but most of all, your love for your family. All right, your turn. May your 87th year be filled with health and happiness, unwrinkled blueberries, sweet Florida strawberries, juicy Granny Smith apples, pineapple without the brown spots. Happy birthday, Fred. And just remember, Mr. Ristow, you can do better than that.
Hi, Fred. It's Lynn and Alan wishing you a very, very happy birthday. We want to thank you for all the help you gave us all the years you lived at Seabrook. And oops, I made a mistake. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Go? Yeah. Hi, Fred. It's Heidi and Ernie Bunchue here. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
We will never forget what great friends you and Kay were to us in Seabrook Island. What fun we had. while going on the river cruises to Paris and Lyon. Fun, fun, fun.
Now, most of your stuff that we remember deals with the golf course. If a ball doesn't go straight, there's got to be another club somewhere in the world that you could buy, and it would straighten it right out. The other thing is, you're not a great model for hip replacements. When after 3.5 hours following surgery, you end up in a sand trap to try to hit a ball out. Okay, it was 3.5 weeks or 3.5 months, I don't know. But anyhow, that was another aspect. The other thing, Fred, is that you still are the head of the social committee. So in that respect, we are ready to come to Florida, have a great party on your behalf, especially if you're paying for it. Thank you, my man. Have a great day.
Take care, you guys. We love you.
All right.
Bye.
Hello, Fred. This is Len Larrabee. I'm indeed fortunate to be able to offer you tribute on the occasion of your 86th birthday. You and Kay and Judy and I left Seabrook about the same time, around 2012. Prior thereto, I was lucky enough to have several years of very memorable golf outings with your groups on one or the other of the Seabrook golf courses. These were fun-filled occasions, and I have distinct memories of several of those occasions. One was a tee shot of yours, a prodigious shot that went about 10 yards and prompted the passing cleaning lady to observe, Mr. Ristow, you can do better than that. The other was a slice of yours that ended up on the thin ice of one of the ponds and out of reach, but sitting there waiting for us to move on and never sank. During the course of our discussions, golf, luncheons, and other occasions, I was attracted by your stories of your work with your church in helping the abused children and spouses in the Charleston area. With that inspiration in mind, after Judy's death, I started volunteering at the Falmouth Food Pantry a couple days a week, and I'm still at it. In any event, best wishes again on your birthday celebration, and remember me to your delightful wife, Kay.
Hi, Fred. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, that's enough. It's taken us a long time to get to this point on the video since we're not too good at doing this. But
this is the first for it.
This is the first, so we wanted to wish you a happy birthday on your 86th birthday. And we've been asked to say two things, our favorite memory of you and what important lesson we learned from you. Betsy?
My favorite is the crispy bacon and the mini napkins.
I have much more important memories of you, Fred. It's been so nice knowing you. It's almost like you're our best friends now, in Sun City Center especially. And the lesson I've learned from you is every time I go to the restaurant, I get the best table and the fastest service by saying my name is Fred. So thank you so much for that. And we look forward to seeing you every Sunday at brunch and any other times that you guys are available. So have a happy birthday, okay?
See you Sunday.
Bye.
11:45. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday
from your Florida, Ohio friends.
Happy birthday
To you.
Happy birthday
To you.
Happy 86th birthday, Fred.
This is Ben and Sheila from next door.
Fred, I just wanted to say what a joy it's been living next door to you and Kay for the last 3 years. You've always been a class act, whether we're playing cards, going out to dinner, or at the health club. And I think allowing the ladies to win intentionally at euchre is a good indication of your class.
Oh, you let us win intentionally in your dreams. But whether or not Kay and I win or whether we lose, Thursday is still the highlight of my entire week. You guys are more like family than neighbors. And Tony the Whistler Cat says so too. Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Woo!
Like you're really sick. You're up on golf, aren't you? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Fred. We love it when you're here.
Hope you like that as well as we like you. Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred. Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday.
How many more? Fred, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Have a great one, Fred. Happy birthday.
Your turn.
I got it.
Yay! Go.
Ready?
Say something. You're being
Happy
recorded.
birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday.
Many more. Keep your pants on.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Uncle Fred.
Jim didn't want to do this.
Always want to do that.
All right.
Happy birthday, Uncle Fred. We love you. Many more. Happy Hurricane Irma, in case you forgot.
Hi, this is Dick O'Haron from California, wishing Fred the best of birthday wishes, and we just pray and hope that you'll have a great birthday and many, many more. We haven't encountered each other a lot over the years, but I do recall being with you I believe in South Carolina when you were living there. And at that time, you told us a bit about your life and how you served in the chaplaincy corps, I believe, with the U.S. Army, and then many years working with the paint company in Cleveland, and so it was interesting to get a little bit of that background. Then we went to dinner when we were there, and I vividly recall, and I will probably remember the rest of my life, how you talked to the waiter at the restaurant, telling him that you were a poor man living on Social Security. I think maybe you were hoping to get a little better service or maybe a discount, but it didn't work. I tried the same thing, and it didn't work for me either. So I have good memories of that time with you some years back. And so in conclusion, I guess we would say, both Elaine and I, we wish you the best and very, very happy birthday and many more. God bless you.
Hi, Fred. Happy birthday. I'd like to tell you, I have always admired you and Kay and your whole family, going back to when I was very young. It was always with excitement and anticipation to know that we were going to go to your home. Your mom always made sure I got my fill of her very special and delicious cookies whenever I came. Of course, with you being the character that you are and the one-of-a-kind person, it isn't hard to understand why I wouldn't look forward to being with you. But with all of that fun, what comes across is the constant calming that comes from you through your strong faith and your high morals and good example of caring for others. Even when you strongly disagree with someone, you did it with a smile on your face. And who could get mad at that? You and Kay and the family and your family are of the highest examples of how really nice people should live their lives and how Christians do. I remember our daughter, Lori and Sherry, and your daughters, Tracy and Renee, got along so well when they were growing up, and how well they got along together, and the fun that it was. On this day, as you celebrate your 86th birthday, I just want to say that I wish you the best. I'll keep you in my prayers, and God bless you.
And Fred and Kay, I just want to thank you for welcoming me into the family. You were all so very nice to me and to our kids, Lori, Richie, and Sherry. And they always loved coming to your house and playing with your kids as well. We had some great times together, and we were sorry to see you move. But we also are envious of where you are, because you must have just every day in paradise. So have a wonderful party and a wonderful birthday, and hopefully we'll get to see you sometime. And we just wish you our best with all our love. And we're Rich and Carol Gable, in case it's not on there. Bye.
It's running.
Hi, Fred.
Hi, happy birthday.
Happy 86.
How exciting. We're so glad that you're doing so well and have all the family. We wish we could be with you. We're down here in Mazatlan, Mexico.
John and Valerie Stodden and Mary Lynn Bellocchio, who always remembers the fun she had playing with you as a child.
So the weather here is gorgeous. It's 80 degrees, sunny and bright. We're right on the Pacific coast.
And we wanted to say what we thought of you when we had memories of you. And I have to tell you, when I met you, I was so impressed with what a caring, Christian, compassionate person you were. And that's how I always remember you when I think of you, Fred. So we wish you a great day, a wonderful year ahead, and many happy returns.
And love to Kay and Tracy and everybody with you. We'll just have a wonderful time. Happy birthday.
We'll be with you in spirit. God bless you.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Hi, we're the Crawfords. I'm Aaron.
Lauren.
Liam. Nobody.
And Henry. And we just wanted to say happy birthday, Fred. I have to say the one thing most importantly that I've learned from you is that I must absolutely show teeth in every single picture. So for you, Fred, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday. Mom, tell her yours.
Hi, Cousin Fred. What a momentous occasion. Can't believe we're celebrating your 86th birthday. We are blessed having so many wonderful memories over the years. Going back to childhood, I remember great times with your mom, my favorite great aunt, Tante Mary Cruzy, Aunt Lizzie Moritz, and Ernest Schaefer, your uncle and my grandfather. Then, of course, I remember sharing fun times with you and your siblings, Howard, Bob, and dear Mildred. My mom, Margaret Schaefer Gable, and Carol Schaefer Sanders were often included along with the Cruzy and Moritz clans. Remember the delicious meals we enjoyed while gathered around our family dining room tables? I can still visualize everyone laughing and teasing about our Kraut heritage. After supper, we played pinochle. Times were tough during World War II, but I valued the love and faith our family shared. We all prayed for you, Fred, while you served in the military. Our family was proud of you as you worked your way up the ladder of success at Sherwin-Williams Paint Company. Marrying Kay was one of the best things you ever did. We all loved Kay from the moment we met her. Ken and I often talk about our family get-togethers at your home in Strongsville and ours in Hudson. Remember the great, often loud and enthusiastic conversations we had about so many topics? Sex, religion, and politics were not considered taboo, and we never worried about being BC. We usually agreed on most subjects, but if we didn't, we agreed to disagree. One subject we totally agreed on was the only way we get to heaven is through God's grace. Ken and I also remember one of your frequent after-dinner statements to us. Quote, "Do not forget to give you, Fred, our set of sterling wine glasses when we die." Later, when our 4 children arrived, our lives changed forever. Our bundles of joy were the highlights of our lives. Mike was born October 7th, 67, and Renee arrived October 31st. A year and a half later, our Kathy was born. We were honored, Fred, when you agreed to be Kathy's godfather. A couple of years later, your second daughter, Tracy, added more happiness to the group. Our kids celebrated every birthday together for many years. We also got together for other fun times as well. Remember our adventurous weekend getaway when we drove to our friend's trailer? The secluded woods location was beautiful. However, there were no working toilets and no running water. It was obvious there had been some 4-legged critters there before us. Yes, mice. After cleaning up the trailer, we bathed in the lake. Later, you wanted to give your infant daughter, Renee, father-daughter time. You swept her up in your loving arms and playfully tossed her up a bit in the air, and bang, her head hit the top of the low trailer ceiling. Oh my, that was quite a weekend. The guys' fishing trips in Canada also come to mind. As I recall, you would pack up your necessities, pile in cars, and drive quite a ways, eventually meeting up with men in small planes who flew you to some remote spot in Canada. There you slept in cabins. You guys shared responsibilities. Ken, would you tell us a little bit about your adventures?
Guys cleaned up the cabin, filled the gas tanks, fished all day and hopefully caught enough fish for dinner, cooked, pulled pranks on each other, had farting contests causing an embarrassing experience for one of us, taboos from the Indians who delivered ice midweek, bathed in the water nude until a troop of Girl Scouts went by in a rope. Remember the guy who caught a beauty and found it was too large to put in his trailer? We'd go on, but I think we'd better wrap this up, Fred. We want you to know how important you are to us and others. So many people have benefited from the years you do your dedication as a Lutheran educator, and we benefit to the time and love you shared with your children during their baptisms, confirmations, and weddings. Your thoughtfulness and generosity spirit shines through. I wish you a very happy 86th birthday and all God's blessings.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Ken and
Dad,
Marge.
happy birthday. I'm really excited to be able to take this opportunity to let you know how much I appreciate you and that this appreciation grows more and more as the years come and go. All of your good qualities seem to continue to stand out and shine. And some of the things that I remember about you, or how I would summarize my view of you, that you have been a wonderful combination of strength, warmth, kindness, laughter, and love as a father. And then in all situations, those were the qualities that stood out to me. If I could give you one thing in life, it would be the ability for you to see yourself through the eyes of others. And only then would you really understand how many lives you've touched and how special you are to so many people. So on this occasion, I just want you to know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to spending time with you in the future. Have a great birthday, and we'll see you soon. Love you.
Hi Fred, Kurt here, wanting to wish you a very happy birthday. Thinking about you and some of the fun things we've done over the past year and a half. Kicking tires, for example, looking at all kinds of new cars, and having you have the enjoyment of picking out a new Lincoln, which I think has worked out very well for you. Also remembering fishing trips on Tampa Bay, and the golfing and the golf lessons. I think what you taught me in the process was perseverance, moving forward even when things are a struggle sometimes. So again, best of health, happy birthday, and wishing you also happy holidays and a prosperous new year.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
We are here in Seattle, and we are going to take you to 10 of our favorite sites here in Seattle since you've not been able to visit. We thought we would share with you some of the reasons we love Seattle so much. And at each place, we are going to share a favorite memory with you.
Today we're at Lake Washington. We're right on the shores of Medina. We're actually about maybe a quarter mile from Bill Gates' house, so not where we live, just to be clear.
But we live on the lake here, but just up north a little more.
Right. So the first one we're going to talk about today is double bacon.
Double bacon. Anyone who has ever eaten breakfast with my father probably knows what double bacon is. The bacon actually has two parts. First, the bacon itself needs to be crispy, crispy, crispy. Not flimsy, crispy, but not burnt either. And if it's not anywhere within that realm of possibility of being crispy, crispy, it will get sent back. And the other funny thing is a lot of the places that Dad eats breakfast, they serve both bacon and sausage, but he thinks that the sausage is greasy. He calls it the greasy sausage. So he likes to substitute double bacon, which he calls healthy. So our top
instead
10
of the greasy sausage.
Instead of the greasy sausage. So our top 10 moment number 10 is double bacon. We are at Gasworks Park. Behind us, maybe in the far distance, you might be able to just still make out the Space Needle. Behind us this way, you'll see the lake. This is Lake Union. All of the big companies here in Chicago are based out this way. Amazon and Google, and who else is down? Starbucks. They're all based down here. This is a kind of a young and hip area. And this is the site for number 9, the Streaker.
So the Streaker, you may know what this means. So Fred, when you are in your comfort of your own home, sometimes you like to move from the bedroom to the bathroom, and they are in different parts of the house. And sometimes you like to just get ready in the bedroom and make a beeline to the bathroom, which may be in another part of the house. Full Monty. So one of my earliest encounters of you was when I was actually in Strongsville, in your house on what's the road?
On Worthington.
On Worthington. I'm in there watching TV with the remote, and next thing I know, Streaker comes by. I'm like, whoa, out of nowhere. And little did I know this was an everyday occurrence, so there wasn't so much surprise in the other household members as there was for me. We're at the iconic Fremont Troll in the Fremont neighborhood of Seattle, and we're on to number 8, ice cream.
Ice cream comes from funny memories that I have of you, Dad. Growing up, you never ate sweets. We would make you a birthday cake and you would eat an obligatory bite just to kind of thank us for making the cake, but you were never a sweet eater. But as soon as you retired, somehow you discovered ice cream, and ice cream became a major part of your diet. You had ice cream, or what we call fudgies, from McDonald's all the time when you lived in Seabrook, and now that you guys live in Florida, Mom always has a couple of gallons of ice cream in the freezer for you at all times. Even if we have a full meal and even have dessert, sometimes we'll even find you later at night eating a big bowl of ice cream with hot fudge sauce on the top. So somehow you went from being a non-sweet eater to a sweet eater, and I'll never look at ice cream the same. We are here at our next location, Starbucks. I know it doesn't seem very exciting, yes, but Seattle loves their Starbucks. This is a Seattle institution, what has grown to 24,000 different stores, which doesn't shock us. Just getting here, there's 2 actually in the same complex we're in, and there's 1 directly across the street. So it explains how there's 24,000 of them in the world today. Starbucks is an institution here in Seattle. Coffee is definitely part of the blood of most of people who live in Seattle, and so we couldn't not put Starbucks on the list of places to go today. And it is our number 7, which is
Polo shirts. So number 7 is a story that came to mind as we were thinking about top 10 reasons why we love and appreciate Fred. And the story really stems from an encounter back in Charleston where we would go to church together on Sundays, and occasionally Fred, in the heat of the summer, it's hot and humid, I would see Fred wearing his polo shirts to church, and I'd say, Fred, I think I saw you wear that same shirt to golf as you wore to church. And he says, yes, but there's a big difference. And I said, oh, what is that? He's like, well, if you button the top button like so, it becomes a church shirt. And then if you unbutton it, it's a golf shirt. So thereby, that's how it gets transformed into church shirt. So that's how polo shirt came to be. And it's a great story. And just another reason how Fred can just really be creative and interesting and throws us off for a loop sometimes. So.
Okay, we are at Pike's Market. This is our next stop on our tour. This is our tour of 10 reasons that are funny moments with you and why we love you. Pike's Market is one of the longest continuously running markets in the United States, opening in 1907. They're known for throwing 3-feet salmon back and forth to each other. And this is stop number 6, golf addiction.
So the reason we picked golf addiction is because when Fred retired, he found a new hobby, and his new hobby was golf. Fred played 18 in the morning, he played quick 9 in the afternoon. He had a golf club next to his den and his chair, and he would fidget with his grip all day and try to find that little incremental improvement into his game. In Tennessee, on a Christmas vacation, of course, we play golf. So we're playing golf, we get out there, and the carts die. About the second hole. Call the clubhouse, hey, get us some new carts. We play about 2 more holes, carts die again. And we're just like freezing cold, waiting for the clubhouse, hours going, time's just ticking by. Finally, we get our 3rd cart of the day. And then we get to about the 8th hole, the cart is dying. And so we kind of made through about 9 holes in about 4 hours, and we said, enough's enough, move on. But fun times, laugh afterwards, not during. So.
We are at our next spot. We are at the iconic Space Needle. The Space Needle was built in 1962 as part of the World's Fair. It is one of the largest buildings west of the Mississippi at 605 feet, and is something that Seattle is definitely known for. And it is the spot for number 5. The well is dry. The well is dry comes from, my dad has a long history of being very generous with supporting different charitable organizations. He's always supported his church that he's belonged to, as well as other organizations for children and Darkness to Light, which is about abuse victims, wounded warriors, and so forth. The well is dry comes from, recently my father stopped supporting a couple of organizations because he just didn't like how they were using their money. But as a lot of these organizations do, they continue to send all of their fundraising literature over and over again. They send, stamped envelopes to pay. They do all different types of things. So my mother, being thrifty that she is, she always peels the stamp that they send on the self-return stamped envelope off so that she can reuse it. But before that happened this time, my dad was able to intercept one of the mailers, and after he decided he was no longer going to support them, he writes on the top of their letter, "The well is dry. Regards, Fred Ristow." Puts it back in the envelope with the stamp on it and sends it off. And he's never heard from them ever again. So
it works.
So it does work, but from then on, the well is dry has become a motto in our house. Fred Ristowism. Back, we are at Chihuly Gardens. This is right next to the Space Needle. Chihuly's gardens are designed around Dale Chihuly's glass sculptures. You can probably see behind us, one of them peeking out here. They're these giant glass blown installations that are very popular here. And this is the site for our next topic, which is number 4, fire.
So fire comes from a story where we love to cook out around the holidays. We would grill burgers the night on Christmas Eve. And just adult Georgia, this is 2010-ish. We're all grilling out around, the back patio, and unfortunately our grill's sort of a little bit old, a little bit dated, and for some reason, Fred was out minding the grill. We're all inside preparing, and next thing you know, flames are just shooting out. Grill sort of collapsed, and Fred runs in the house, hurry and get a fire extinguisher. And so we were all just like, oh my God, what's going on? So that's kind of one of our memorable moments is Fred running in. You never want to hear, hurry, get a fire extinguisher when you're having your Christmas Eve meal. So flames were shooting up through the back of the house, and Renee's upstairs getting ready. She thought there was a lightning strike going on, lightning storm with all the flashes of light. So quite an evening, but the house didn't burn down. I'm not sure about the burgers. We may have had to go on to Plan B, but it was a fun evening nonetheless.
We are at Chateau Ste. Michelle in Woodinville. This is part of the Washington wine region. This is the largest and the oldest winery in Washington. You probably know it very well, known for their Chardonnays. They also have
good
beautiful,
Riesling.
Good Riesling. Great concerts here in the summertime as well. And this is the site for number 3, Merry Christmas. I have lots of memories of when I was much smaller. Dad would wait to his last minute to Christmas shop for Mom, and we would then load up the car, usually on Christmas Eve or maybe a couple of days before Christmas, and head downtown to where he worked. And we would park in his parking space at Sherwin-Williams, and we would go over to the malls, over to Higbee's, and shop for my mom. Then we would take a lunch break at the Lincoln Inn, and where my dad ate. It's called Greasy Spoon. I think he ate there almost every day, and they knew him well. And then we would head home, and somehow I always got stuck in the basement wrapping all of Mother's gifts, and Dad would be upstairs doing whatever he does, but somehow I'd end up having to wrap all of his gifts. But have wonderful memories of doing that every Christmas. So thank you.
We're at Marymore Dog Park in Redmond, Washington. We are going to be talking about our number 2 topic of the day, rattles.
Rattles. This was a very apropos topic for today. As we drove here, Tony loaded up the trunk of our car with all types of donations that we have to take to Salvation Army. There's a pot and some kind of exercise piece of equipment, and the entire way here, all I can hear is rattles. This clanging against that, this sliding against that, and I'm like, oh my God, I am my father. And that's where the rattles comes in. My whole life growing up, especially when we were on family vacations, or if my dad had just got a new car, he could hear the most minute of rattle, and it would drive him crazy. And he could be like, left passenger wheel well, there's a rattle, and we would have to go and investigate what it was, and it would just drive him crazy. And I always thought he was a little nuts growing up, but we kind of let it be. But now as I've grown up, I've realized it's a genetic problem, and I actually have the same rattle gene as he does. And even the slightest of noises in a car drives me absolutely crazy. That repetitive sound just like grates on me. And I now understand what he went through all those years. So we are in Marymore.
Totally normal, by the way. Totally normal.
So just to tell you a little bit about Marymore Dog Park, this is known as the Disneyland for dogs. It's here in Redmond, Washington. It's 46 acres of off-leash dog park.
Moments number 1. We are at Snoqualmie Falls in the Cascade Mountains in western Washington, but on the western side of the mountains. We're at the famous Snoqualmie Falls. Behind us, it's raining or
it's
misty and foggy. And today, the next topic is our number 1 topic, Fred Ristow.
And this one kind of isn't necessarily a funny moment. This is just something I totally remember about my dad. My dad has always been a person that's really inclusive of other people. If there's someone that he sees in a social situation that's kind of, not being part of the group, or just anyone that always is maybe on the outskirts of a social situation, my dad's always the first one to go over there and kind of invite the person to join. He's always been very inclusive. So where this comes from is he always will walk up to anybody, whether it's a mother, a father, a business owner, if it was the President of the United States. He'll walk right up and just say, "Hi, my name is Fred Ristow," and shake their hand. And I'm sure everyone watching this video has probably been part of that at some time in their life, of him just kind of bringing you into the fold and making you feel included and making you feel very welcomed. And so that's just a huge trait that I remember my dad having.
First, we want to say happy 86th birthday. We're so blessed to be part of this day with you and be able to spend it with you. And every year, we always look forward to coming to your house for your birthday and kind of joining Christmas and birthday celebrations all into one. So it's always a blast for us. I also want to say thanks for just over the years, you know, really treating me like a family member, like sort of a son in the family, being interested in my career, talking about those fun things, business problems and things that we both share in our careers that we're able to help. And you obviously were a mentor to me throughout, you know, my career, so I really appreciate that. And I really have enjoyed your company along the way, so thank you.
So just for me, I know we had a lot of fun today sharing a lot of like Fredisms and funny things that you do, and those are all fun and they certainly make you who you are, but you're more than just funny stories. You've been an amazing father for the last, for me, 47 years. 47? 47 years.
Coming up on it.
Is it 47?
46.
46 years. You have always been there for me, even when I was little. I can remember you always came to my T-ball games when I was in high school and played sports there. You usually didn't make it for the first half of the game, but I can always count on you to be walking in probably around halftime with your coat slung over your shoulder here, marking up the bleachers to meet Mom to watch all of my games. We had a lot of fun. I used to go with you to work a lot, and we always certainly had our big Sunday dinners after going to church, and there's just so many amazing memories. You've always been my biggest cheerleader. You've always supported me. Most importantly, when you didn't necessarily agree with me, you still supported me. And there's been a lot of times that you and I have had differences in our lives, but you've always been there as a dad for me to give me your advice. And to, you know, show me what you think the right way is, but sometimes when I didn't choose that path, you were always still there for me to be there to catch me if I needed that. So I have so many memories of you. I couldn't ask for a better father. I have fun with you then. I have so much fun with you now. I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and I'm so proud to be your daughter. So happy 86th birthday. All right, you have paid for about 10 years of piano lessons and probably about $1,000, all just so I can play happy birthday for you.
A lot more in today's dollars.
So here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fred. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dad. We love you.
Shared quite a few birthdays together, some quiet with just the two of us, and others celebrated with family and friends. But each one has marked another year together in this journey we know as life. Everyone has Freddie stories, and after being your wife for 51 plus years, I have a few too. Where to begin? How about our honeymoon spent in the Pocono Mountains with a heart-shaped pool and bed in our room? We thought we were so cool. The first day after breakfast, we decided to try our hand at canoeing. We found a boat at the dock. You climbed in with a Tiparillo cigar in your mouth and our camera hanging around your neck. You turned around to help me, and this is where our memories differ a bit. You moved too quickly. Oops, over you went, canoe and all, into the water. Luckily, it was not deep, and you popped right up, with the cigar still clenched in your teeth and the camera around your neck. You looked so funny. You didn't appreciate my laughing one bit, and to this day you think I was the one who tipped the canoe over. I'm sure you remember this story. It's one of my favorites, and takes place at a rest area while we were vacationing with the Franklins. You were the only one who needed the bathroom, so the rest of us stayed in the van to wait for you. After a few minutes, out you came, and without hesitation, you walked right up to the vehicle, opened a door, and climbed in, and began to buckle your seatbelt. Only then did you discover you were in the wrong car. You later told us that you said, "Hi, how you doing?" to the driver, who at this point I am sure thought he was being hijacked. You quickly got out of the car, looked around, and saw us all doubled over with laughter. We could hardly talk for laughing. You said it was Forey's fault for moving the van. Do you remember the morning you went to exercise at Sherwin-Williams in downtown Cleveland, and before work, like you did on many days, you left about 5 a.m., and being the sweet guy you are, did not put the light on in our bedroom when picking out your clothes so as not to wake me up? You called me around 7:30 saying that you had exercised, showered, and began to dress for work, only to find that by mistake you had grabbed my black pants instead of yours. Needless to say, they didn't fit. I had to drive down to the entrance of the Midland building to bring your pants. It was about 9 o'clock and lots of people were finding their way to work. There you were in your raincoat, buttoned up to the neck and your skinny bare legs hanging out. Lots of strange looks came your way that day. Well, maybe two. This happened in our Strongsville Worthington Park house. We had a few friends in for dinner, and you were outdoors grilling your signature barbecued pork chops. Everyone had enjoyed a few drinks, and we were all having a really good time. Our house had a big step up from the outside patio into the family room. You were carrying a big pan of chops and, whoops, tripped. Pork chops flew in every direction, all over the carpet. Luckily, everyone was in the dining room, but what to do? You calmly picked the chops off the floor, took them into the laundry room, rinsed each one off, slapped on some more barbecue sauce, and voila, dinner was served, with no one ever the wiser. They tasted good, too. Here's another favorite of mine. It was the night before our wedding in 1966, after our rehearsal. You were already living in our apartment, and we invited your mom, Mildred, Joan, Joe, and my mom and dad to come over for drinks and food. To show off your huge tannoy speakers, you turned them on full blast and played the 1812 overture, including cannons. Next, you put a chair in the middle of the living room and said to my dad, "Come on, Verge, sit here. This music will make your testicles jiggle." I was speechless, but everyone thought it was hysterical, even my dad. Okay, last story. One of the classes you had to complete for your MBA degree from Baldwin Wallace was anatomy. You made flashcards and practiced recognizing body parts for weeks on end. You even went in at night to use the cadaver to help you study. You knew all the names backward and forward until it became a timed test and the instructor rang a bell every few seconds, which meant moving on to the next body part. That test ended badly, and you were so frustrated it was the only F you ever received. You did receive your MBA degree, however, and I was so proud when you crossed that stage and received the diploma at age 53. There's so much more to Fred Ristow than just humorous stories, though. You have always been a good, caring, and loving man with a strong faith in God. Your 42-year career at Sherwin-Williams was filled with hard work, but you were never too busy to lend an ear to friends who were having problems. Everyone loved you. You were a legend in your own time. Your passion. And you used that skill both at work and at church. You were a born instructor and made the material come alive. You freely shared your faith, leading the adult Bible class in Strongsville, Ohio, for more than 20 years, with 20 to 25 people in attendance every Sunday. You continued teaching at our church in Charleston while living at Seabrook, too. After retiring from Sherwin-Williams in 1994, you found a new passion, golf. You put your heart and soul into learning to hit that little white ball. Do you remember natural golf? For most of the 18 years we lived at Seabrook, you played at least 5 times a week, and some of your happiest hours were spent on Crooked Oaks and Ocean Winds, playing 18 holes in the morning with friends and maybe doing a quick 9 in the afternoon. I must admit that I loved it as much as you did. This walk down memory lane to celebrate your 86th birthday has to include some of your very favorite Freddieisms. Do you remember these? You do what you have to do. A good dish dryer makes up for a bad dishwasher. That steak is all grizzle. It's a witch hunt, Bernie. This is from your Sherwin-Williams days. You always describe something good to drink as the nectar of the gods. You love to tell people that SWP doesn't stand for Sherwin-Williams Paint, but for smallest wages paid. And my favorite one, Freddie is my name and service is my game, which was always delivered with a smile and an outstretched hand. Your life has been a good one, Fred, filled with a family who loves you dearly. So many friends, both old and new, whose lives you have touched and made better in some way. Parkinson's has made life quieter for us these days, but it's still a good life, and your positive never quit attitude remains strong. There is only one Fred Ristow in the whole world, and I am blessed to be married to him for 51 plus years. You are my dear husband, best friend, and I love you. Happy birthday, Fred.